All right, we're back. You are listening to Transparency and Merit.
Yeah.
And all right. We got a lot of thumbs down, Brian.
Yeah. We get, you know what, I always get one. And I don't get a lot of listens right now. I mean, I get very few listens. Maybe there will be 3 or 4 that'll give me thumbs down. But we have a cast of characters that may be in play that don't like what I do.
Some people will give us a thumbs down if we don't say something they want to hear, or if they disagree with us in some way, they'll give us a thumbs down. But that's not necessarily the best reason for a thumbs down.
Yeah. But I've noticed that it's at least one person.
Just like agreeing with us doesn't necessarily warrant a thumbs up. I mean, thumbs up or thumbs ups, but a thumbs down.
Yeah.
Every time that means you're coming to the show, you're listening, and then you're giving it a thumbs down.
Or maybe not listening and just giving an absolute thumbs down. Who is doing that? Who are the cast of characters?
Darren, are you thumbs downing us?
Darren is suspect number 1. But
yes, we're going to have to. Right here, we have a lineup. We have a lineup here. A couple bears with their beards.
Yeah.
A couple straights with their clean-shaven look. You just can't tell. You can't always judge a book by its cover, Brian. You don't know just by looking at the person who is giving you the thumbs down.
No. But there are a lot of we have a lot of suspects over the years that don't like us. And
there's several of you. There's many of you who don't like us.
We're going to discover who hates us and who loves us. Well, I don't think many people love us, but there are a lot of people that probably hate us. So Darren is one person.
Yeah, maybe maybe Angela. Angela's got to be up there on the list.
Angela's up there on the list.
There's always potential for a thumbs down from her for no good reason.
Yes. So there's Angela. There's Mr. Solution, which we haven't heard from in years, but he hated me up front and then maybe covertly hated me. And then there's also...
that would be amazing if he was still giving you thumbs down.
He would often call in and just berate me in every possible way that he could. He had lots of ways to despise and hate. So...
What was one way he used to hate on you?
He would ask questions to my questions. And so he would he didn't like some of the questions, and when he didn't like some of the questions, he would habitually ask questions to another question, and then he would make statements. But that is classic, just classic passive-aggressive behavior.
That's just the apex of frustrating.
Oh, yes. But, so Mr. Solution might be one.
Now, one could be Debbie.
Yes, Debbie Daly might be another.
Mm-hmm. You always have to be on the lookout for Debbie. You could be having the best day in the world, and by the end of the night, you're probably almost afraid to go to bed and sit in darkness.
You know what, Joe? You and I had our steak knives ready and extra butter for our popcorn. And she just flew, we called the restaurant and she just flown right out of the place. So she may, she's been known to pull the rug out. Maybe.
She did not like Los Angeles, so she Rather than hang out with some friends, she decided to bail on us last moment.
I'll tell you though, I agree with Debbie. Los Angeles has become was a complete dump, and it's gotten worse. The it's not, the homeless are not wonderful hobos anymore. They're actually ravenous meth and heroin users that are awful. So,
Yep, and when I was a kid, when I was a child, here in Los Angeles, we would have fires. A good fire I don't even think every 5 years, closer to more like every 10 years growing up. And now it's like a seasonal thing. It's crazy. It's out of control. I don't understand. It's definitely making LA seem less and less appealing.
Yeah.
Who wants to deal with that every year?
I don't know. All I know is I'm starving right now.
In the last fire we had, not last year's, but the one about 3 years ago, it burned down a home that I used to live in. Not crazy? To the ground. I had moved about 4 or 5 months before that, luckily, but man, going back and seeing that devastation was brutal. So we've got maybe Dennis, but Dennis is usually a happy-go-lucky kind of guy. I don't see Dennis as a primary suspect, and I'm going to take him off my list. I don't know if you agree.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Willie thinks that you lip smack too much, so there's potential.
Willie. Yeah, Willie's
not out to hurt anybody, though. I mean, at least he doesn't do it in a passive-aggressive way. He gets on and he'll tell you what he thinks.
He's ready to cut my lips off with a knife, with a butter knife.
So I think we could safely say that Willie is at the bottom of the list. I don't think he's too much of a suspect.
Yeah. Now there's Liz.
There is Liz, vengeful and batshit crazy, and always potential for a thumbs down.
Well, I wouldn't call her that. I've never known her to be batshit crazy or vengeful. I don't know. You know what? On my end, she's never been vengeful and batshit crazy with me. But
yeah, she hasn't been with me either. I've just seen some her do. I don't think she would do it.
Yeah, but she has been playing her Houdini act, which she hasn't been around very much. So she might just be appearing, thumbs down, and then disappearing. But I don't think
that would be the ultimate passive aggressive. I don't think she would do that.
No, I don't think she would do that either. And she's not batshit crazy, and she's not vindictive, at least to me. I've not. You know what? I've yet to see that side of her. There are people who said that, but I have yet to see that vindictive side to her. But perhaps she plays her cards close to her chest, where
it's a great chest. And if you ever saw the meme she made
never, you know what? Those memes never bothered me.
No, she made a meme. It was one of my favorite memes of all time. It was Debbie on a stairmaster to heaven. It was like
you know what though? She would do ones of me and you in embryo clothes, or being born in vagina faces, or whatever. And
I think she had one of Dennis eating me out.
Yeah. And you know what? I never minded that at all. That kind of made me laugh.
Those are all great.
Some people don't have that kind of sense of humor, and if you do two girls or one Debbie, one cup, they're going to get very angry, very upset, and may make a phone call to your employer. I don't know why you have this person working here. They are one cupping and two cupping me. Is that the way to treat a lady? Anyway,
Kings of Talk? No way. No way. You know what? I don't want to believe it, but it's always a possibility.
Yes.
Sometimes if you're not serious to his liking, he can get a little vengeful and mad, angry and mad. But I don't think he goes out looking for it. Now, I think we had a visit from David Fikert. Maybe David Fikers is an undercover thumbs downer.
Yes, David Fiker. Maybe his because he had the surgery, the gastric bypass surgery, and maybe that is making him, angry. Now, by the way, one of the things I might do is do the bypass. This is my number 5 day. I'm really feeling some tacos though, but it's too late now to get the taco.
This is better than gastric bypass surgery, by the way. I mean, you tell me one of those gastric bypass patients who did a 5-day fast. I couldn't name one. Got to do the work.
5-day fast, baby. 5-day fast.
You really want something, you will create a situation that's obtainable, and you've done that for yourself. You've set a goal that you can obtain, and you've been diligent. You should be proud of yourself. Good job.
Yes.
It's something I tried today. I didn't eat much, but I did eat. I had 1 egg. I have a theory that if you had a chicken, you could survive on 2 eggs a day.
Oh yeah, I think at our ages, yeah, more than likely, most people, yeah. I mean, I can, if I only had 1 meal a day, 1 small meal a day, I would survive. I mean, I think they've done.
Mm-hmm.
Now, someone said, "How do you know it's not that Apocalypse scumbag?"
How do you know we weren't letting the true culprits do it to themselves?
It could be APOC.
You know? It could be APOC.
It could be, and
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Although APOC and I have never had a crossword ever.
No, you know what? And that icon is the best. So I'm not so sure he's got that kind of bone in him.
Now, Willie is saying he's pretty sure that Debbie is the thumbs downer, but and we got over Debbie. But now there were a cast of characters. It could be Goofy Bone. Give him a bone, and he could be having this animosity from us from a long way. But I think he wants to be away from everyone. I think he got doxxed or whatever, so he is steering clear of things. So, yeah.
Now, Susie doesn't like you. She's very adamant about this.
Does Susie really hate me?
I think she does.
Is it because she thinks I'm a racist?
Oh, interesting one here. What about Curtis? Could that guy be around? You made a lot of fun of his family's history.
Yes. You know what? It could be Curtis. By the way, now does Susie like you, Joe?
I think Susie really enjoys hearing me sometimes. So, you know what? I'll take her off the list. I don't think she'd do that to me.
Well, but you have accused Susie of maybe being a bruisey, like a fella.
Oh, yeah.
So, but Susie hates me, and I've done a lot. I've done more videos than you. Actually, you have not done a solo video. I don't know why. I think you should.
Yeah, I got to step up and do that. I just haven't found any newsworthy stories recently, but you're right. I will.
Joe,
I've got some stories. I will do that.
9/11 tomorrow.
Tomorrow's a good day for that.
You might just say how you feel, like what your opinion is, and then ask other people for their opinion on 9/11. You have a definite opinion about 9/11.
By the way, if anybody out there ever wants to expose their thoughts on transparency and merit, I wouldn't mind recording you and letting you have 5-10 minutes or whatever. I don't know if I want to hear you. have
that's
on for
what.
an hour.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I
Well,
wouldn't mind that. Some random person coming on and doing a little thingy for transparency and merit. Why not?
Machiavellian. Why do you want me to say that?
Yeah, we're not talking about thumbs down on one show. We're talking about thumbs down on a whole bunch. Just one.
Now, Susie has said on what their YouTube show, I would never do that. Why would you think it was me? I
See?
wasn't even there.
Susie, we're going through the list. We have to talk. We have to be fair here. We're going through the list.
Joe, by the way, I want to say this. If
Yes.
we had Susie, like right now, she's like just being a little bit suspicious because she's adamantly denying it. So, yeah, so this would be a time for good cop, bad cop, Joey.
Mm-hmm. It might be time for a spanking.
Yes, it might be time for a spanking. I also let's now Dr. Herpington I think died, so he's no longer there. There is what the hell is his name? But I don't think he knows about our show. What the hell's the guy's name again? Now you know what you know who could maybe crawl like who's supposedly
Are you talking about Bill Wagner?
Bill Wagner. He may not be dead at all, and he may just be. These guys didn't pay me anything, so I'm gonna. They had a good deal going. Now I'm going thumbs down on everything they do. You know, maybe, huh? From
Well, I did give him money, unfortunately.
yeah, but you didn't give him enough. So he's given, thumbs down by his bunker.
Well, there's one person we haven't mentioned yet.
Who's that?
Howard.
Well, no, wait a minute. There's Todd Morris.
You're right.
Now, Todd Morris sometimes likes us, most of the time likes us, but there are times he hasn't liked us. There are times when he hated Debbie, and there are times when he truly loved Debbie. And this time he loved Debbie, and then he didn't like Debbie. I remember who wrote that letter, and he was saying it could have been anybody. He said it could have been Victor.
It might have been Victor. I didn't think of that.
Yeah. But yeah, so he is a little bit on the suspect. There's also Johnny Cush.
Johnny Cush. I don't know what happened to him, but he's always trolling.
Yeah, Nikki smokes a lot. OTM means the Organization of Transparency and Merit, Susie. That's what that means. So, but yeah, I don't. So now we go to Howard, who says basically he hates you. And every time you're on, he says he thumbs downs. I wonder though, because a couple of the solo shows, there's only one thumbs down, and it's always Howard. There's no thumbs up, but there's always one thumb down, and that usually. And I don't know who that is, but yeah.
Yeah, there's just let's face it. There's always going to be one. And at some point, there may even be hundreds.
Yeah, maybe thousands.
Maybe thousands of dislikes. We sure hope not.
Yeah, but if you get thousands of dislikes, but like 100,000 likes, you're in a good place. But we just want more likes than dislikes. You know what I mean? By the way, my war with Iran My war with Iraq, not Iran. Why war with Iraq, not Iran? Why war with Iraq, not Iran? Has already gotten 15 listens, so that's fairly good for our show. It's not anything spectacular, but it's pretty good. Not that bad. And
Check that one out and listen to the very end. I think it's not very long, and I think it's poignant. And I think we'll get some comments on there.
I hope so. I certainly hope so, because we don't hardly get any comments whatsoever. A lot of people, I think, perhaps even delete their comments, and I wish they wouldn't, but they do. It's QAnon, and yeah, Susie probably is with QAnon, and maybe even secretly voting thumbs down. I'm denying it. Joe, is there anything to add? I mean, have we gone all over the? Have we gone over? Now, there's also Beppe Grillo, but he hates you. He doesn't hate me. And then there's
he does unfairly hate me. But here, listen to this guy for a second.
There's one thing that really befuddles me, and that's when you see certain videos and they've got however many thumbs down.
it befuddles me. I just thought that was funny.
But I want to add, by the way, that okay, so God, I can't even remember his name, but he was Debbie's old friend. She met him in Dallas.
Goose. Wild Goose.
Wild Goose, yes. He could be secretly voting thumbs down.
He still tweets. He's one of the best tweeters of all time.
Now, was he part of 4chan, by the way? Or is it 9chan? Or I wonder. Oh, he was part of the Wagon Wheel. And it might be, it might be one of the parts of the Wagon Wheel.
4chan or 8track or whatever. I don't know, but he got a lot of accounts that got banned off of Twitter. He'd go after people personally, and that's possible. Yes, it could be Gigi. Gigi's a maniac.
And so is Mr. White. And Mr. White has, I have never had a problem with Mr. White, and he's one of the best guitar players.
Yeah, it's those guys you got to worry about, though.
Well, you know what? I mean, I think Mr. White has so much talent that he wouldn't even bother with. I mean, like, he may be joking, but Mr. White has so much great talent that I don't even think he'd bother messing around like that. Just
Mr. White's way too cool to thumb down anything.
Dude, he went to Woodstock, but he didn't partake in any of the female carnality. But he did. I think he probably had, he probably had the time of his life. I would remember, that's something I would remember to the day I died, going to Woodstock, even though it was probably a muddy mess. You're making me hungry saying catfish. I want some fried catfish right now. By the way, this is 5 days. Tomorrow will be my 6th day fasting. I have beaten it. But, man, the 5th day, if JP were here, I would, Donner party him alive.
Oh, yeah.
How long do you think you could go, Joey, without eating?
For an unexpected deal today, I had a good day. I woke up, I had an egg. I didn't eat again until the evening. So I think I could get away with I can get away with a couple days, I think. Easy. I could probably go longer if I really put my mind to it. And I probably should do that. I might get on this bandwagon and give it a shot next time.
You know what? The next thing I'm going to do is 1 meal a day. I'm going to try that and see how. And that's, eating. Once I eat something, I really want to scarf it down, and that sets my my hunger pains. But I'm going to try now for 1 meal a day for a month, and see if I can do it. I hope I can last 15 days like I planned on, but I've heard after the 5th day that your hunger pains kind of dissipate, but I don't know. I don't know.
That is something maybe worth trying for. All right, and let's just finish this off.
Let's finish this off. Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe.
Hey, yeah, like and subscribe.
We'll play some Mr. White for you.
The greatest outlaw guitar player of all time, baby, Mr. White.
This guy better not have given us the thumbs down, though. God, that would be such a slap in the face, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah. Well, the way he plays, man, he can do whatever he wants.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Well, let's call it out, Joe.
All right.
Like and subscribe. And leave a comment down below. Thank you.